Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Triangle Strategy. This is episode 2. So, in the previous episode, we did a tutorial battle with some bandits. And if you watched the first episode, you may have noticed that I haven't played much strategy games. I only managed to name 2, Final Fantasy Tactics and Valkyrie Chronicles, I believe it was. If you know any other strategy games, leave it in the comments below. I would like to check out more strategy games, to be honest. I do want to get more into them. I kind of like playing it. You need to use your big brain juices a bit more, I think. So this does help. So anyway, we are gonna go to this side story. Let's see. It says at Whitehorn Castle, home of Glenbrook's royal family, preparations begin for a grand ceremony to commemorate a new age of harmony between the three nations. Okay, let's go in. Actually, before we do that, we want to check out these new stuff. Encampment. You can just run around. This dude here, just by himself. The merchant. Ah. If it isn't Lord Serenoa, how do you do? This humble merchant has brought the finest selection of goods from across the realm. Please have a look. At the provisioner, you can purchase items and accessories and sell unwanted items in your possession. Right, okay. You cannot reap the benefits of You cannot reap the benefits of accessories simply by purchasing them. So remember to quit them to the ally you're choosing. This may be accomplished on the unit details screen, the inventory menu, or via the prompt that appears after purchasing the accessory. Okay. Right, so what can we buy? HP pellets, poison recovery pellets, sleep recovery pellets. That costs 50 coins. What does the kudos do? At the top right, there's 17. That was kudos. What does that do? We've got some iron, stone and timber, material to learn rank 1 weapon abilities. We can't buy any rings yet. I think we'll leave it for now. Please come again. We'll leave the encampment. Alright, let's start the side story.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
Franny, can we check him? Yes, we can. Crown Prince of Glenbrook, Franny Glenbrook. The Crown Prince and eldest son of Regna, he studies the art of kingship at his father's side and manages the royalists. He often finds himself at odds with his younger brother, Roland, due to their different personalities. Ah, Roland was the other guy on the horseback that helped us in the first fight. So he's the elder brother, this Franny.
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the king's guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do.
The minister, we'll just call him Pat Conser, a nobleman whose name has long been known throughout Glenbrook. He leads the royalists, a fraction that supports the royal family. The Jew fully tends to the kingdom's political matters as minister. I really can't see the T on the words. Makes it look like just an L. He looks sinister. The drawing of him looks sinister. It's always the ministers or the councillors that are bad guys.
I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family.
He just went to help out his friend, Serenoa.
No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
Oh, who's this guy? Look. Chlorus. Oh, he looks sinister as well. A merchant. A merchant who travels among the realm's nations as a member of the Norzelia Consortium, an independent and neutral organization that manages the trade of iron and salt. Chlorus Broker.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Claris.
But of course, Your Highness.
And more people
The
coming in.
imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War.
Okay, so we've just got told Groma Ironfist is a hero of Salt Iron War. Wonder if he's still alive, or she's still alive, or they've just retired now?
If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawn Spear himself.
Ah, okay, he is alive.
Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
I can see this guy's got a big brain. He's very brainy.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived.
They dress a little bit on the evil side. Red, black. Looks like Magnus from Chrono Trigger.
They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family.
There's a lot of people to remember. So some sort of tournament is coming up.
Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves.
So they're celebrating the three nations coming together by having some sort of tournament. I'm guessing that's like a plot to see how each nation fares in battle. They're checking each other out.
Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place. Whenever you're ready.
Very nice garden.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
At ease, Huet. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolffort domain, was it?
Let's check out her profile. Huet. Member of the Glenbrook Kingsguard. Huet Buckler, a relatively new member of the Kingsguard entrusted with Roland's protection. She dreamed of serving the crown from a young age and was appointed a position in the Kingsguard after many years of hard work.
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
So she will have to keep in check with Roland. Roland's a playful guy that goes out seeking trouble.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Not a child anymore.
Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
So Roland, then there's Franny, and there's Cordelia. They're all brothers and sisters. Okay, so he's got one brother, one sister. He's the youngest one. And Huet is here to babysit him.
Huet. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
She fancies you, Roland.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolffort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
Can't get away from her. Alright, main story. Having routed the bandits, Serenoa and his sprintoon make their way back to Castle Wolffort. Okay, let's go back to our castle.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
I'm guessing we're going to meet loads of characters. Each new character we're going to meet, I'm going to try and remember to click on their profile so we know more about them.
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so?
I couldn't click on the woman and this loud guy. I'm guessing I have to wait for their names to come up first.
Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind.
Eridor. He looks like he likes a pint. Eridor, an experienced soldier and commander of Wolffort's forces, he has served Simon alongside Benedict since the Salt Iron War and continues to do whatever he can as a loyal retainer to House Wolffort.
And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
Frederica's probably thinking, what have I gotten into? Mad people in this
I am
house.
Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolffort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolffort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
So if he's gonna be in battle with us, I'm guessing he's gonna be some sort of paladin warrior type.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
Anna, right hand to a support class, and maybe another support class?
If you require anything, just say the word.
Check out her profile. Oh, she's a spy. An expert spy and Benedict's right hand. She was taken in by Wolffort after losing her parents and swears to do everything in her power to repay that debt. So she's gonna have fast movement.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same. And from this day on, they're your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolffort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
I bet. Because they're second in power, the king doesn't like it. As in like, they can almost reign supreme over the king. Maybe that's how the story's gonna turn.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
And they do join our forces. Okay, cool. So we've got a spy and a warrior type class. Alright. Okay, strikes enemies from the shadows, takes 2 actions at the same turns, can conceal herself from enemy eyes. Oh, she can turn invisible, okay. Eridor shields allies with superb defensive capability. So he is like a paladin type. Draws enemy's attack, counterattacks when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy.
As you are well aware, there are 2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
So we found a new mining spot in Glenbrook. That's one of the events before the wedding.
You can thank King Regnant for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the 2 before the ceremony. Yes?
Have we met those 2 guys from the side stories? Did we see those? There's too many names already.
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolffort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney! Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords.
This guy's like a medieval Goku, likes to fight.
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Lora. And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolffort.
On that matter, there are two things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolffort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
His loyalty is with us more.
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in.
Oh, right, okay. It's just because his dad didn't allow him.
Well, he's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
But if we beat Alsfrost, wouldn't that upset Frederica? Because she came from Alsfrost.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Oh. Simon's health is not good.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Lord Simon's getting too old. Needs Serenoa to take over now.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
Oh, Benedict knows. They've got other reasons to come along. No side stories? Nope. Main story. Lord Simon, head of House Wolffort, welcomes Frederica into his home, both as his future daughter-in-law and a symbol of Glenbrook and Alsford's unity.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolffort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
She's very humble.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Oh yeah, to look at his profile. A legendary warrior whose valor brought an end to the Salt Iron War, head of one of the 3 high houses of Glenbrook. He is an expatriate lord who has the love of his people and the king's trust.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important.
I don't think Simon's going to survive.
Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance.
I'm guessing Hyzant didn't want to join the alliance, but because Glenbrook and Esfrost joined together, Hyzant was scared they might get too powerful.
And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine.
Oh, she's daughter of a concubine.
And House Wolffort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king.
So she's like a daughter of a second wife, or not a proper wife of the Archduke.
If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
We could be cast away like pawns.
Ah, I see. So it's just a big game of chess. Everyone's just a pawn.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolffort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Oh. Uh-oh.
Father!
Heart condition.
Lord Simone!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolffort.
He's gonna give it to Serenoa.
You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Is that a foretelling? We need to trust in Benedict?
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own scheme. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolffort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. It was my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Come in.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
He knows what he means by busy days. Okay, completed chapter 1.
Years after the salt iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm. One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Chapter 2, to arms, brave warriors.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this.
Right, who is Lila? Saintly Seven, Minister of Medicine, Lila. One of Saintly Seven, she is a woman of superior intellect who was appointed overseer of the Ministry of Medicine. Okay. Why is she holding a dagger like that in the profile picture?
Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Well, she's a bit nosy. Wants to gather intelligence.
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son, as I recall.
Serenoa Wolffort, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolffort in Serenoa's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolffort, as will I.
Great. Go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels.
So he's discovered dynamite, or he's made dynamite.
As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
Oh, it's a cousin of Frederica.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Okay, so I guess I have to be careful on some of the options I choose.
Of course, Father.
Lord Dragon could be anywhere. I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. Right, the flow of the game comprises multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will be an exploration phase. In this phase you may move freely about areas to gather information from the people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms and terrain features that may serve you in battle, and more. Run L-stick, run walk, run hold B to, or R to dash. Okay. To end the exploration phase, continue with the story, press the plus button. Right, okay. Oh, okay. Let's explore this area. Benedict. I sense you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measures. It is said Lord Dragon's knowledge of ironworking is peerless. I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. There is a lot of dialogue in here. I mean, I guess though for the first couple of chapters to set the backstory, I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech and even more eager to see you triumph at the tourney. No pressure, no pressure. Can I go into this house? I heard tell Prince Roland is streaking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line for the crown. Can we... Is there any items? No, no items. See the peace we enjoy now, one would never think that but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Salt Iron War seems naught but a far-off nightmare now. This is the spy, isn't it? Anna, yeah. By your request, Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Wolffort. Oh, there's something shiny over here. I swear it's shiny. Hey, yes. More HP pellets. Meow. Cat sleeping on the rug. Oh, something shiny up here as well. Getting more HP picks. Why has she got an exclamation mark? It's just like him to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Serenoa? To know a town, you must take time to relish her company. That's what Ecuador, I can't remember how you pronounce that, Erador told me in perhaps more colourful words. It is a port at the centre of commerce. The town builds on taxes, but not at the expense of fair trade. Wolffort is nestled safely behind castle walls. It is a town at peace and sets an example for the rest of the kingdom. I think we should go through the top option here. I haven't known Erador for long, but those words are undeniably his. Perhaps I ought to take a page out of his book, but I've done regrettably little relation since I arrived. You didn't push yourself, Frederica. Time is something we do not lack. Once matters have settled, I'll give you a tour of Wolffort myself. Thank you, Serenoa. I very much look forward to that. Shiny, shiny. Oh, something shiny here as well, was it? Hey, we got some money! These HD 2D graphics are really nice. I think they're bringing out a new Dragon Quest. Well, not a new one, old one remade in HD. My husband works from dawn to dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work though, and the backbone of our livelihoods besides. This little girl. We're playing hide and seek. The dad comes home. I need to find a place to hide and quick. Take care not to hurt yourself. Your father wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. Ah, one of my favourite games. Barrels were always my favourite places to hide. It takes a clever mind to hide. Perhaps you can use all that cleverness to help your father when you're older. She's only a child, she doesn't need to do that. Have a good childhood. Just be careful. I will. Dad got mad, awful mad when I climbed up on the rooftops. Awful mad. That anger comes from a place of concern. I'm not saying you shouldn't hide, but promise you'll keep your safety in mind. I promise with my lord is as good as gold. Thou will be glad to hear it. The most esteemed personages from each nation will be attending the ceremony. I hear a veritable melting point of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. Okay, there's lots of HP pellets around here. I'm guessing there's going to be a battle real soon. Still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attached your dear bride to be like that. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, my lord. I can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was host to such a marvellous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory? Which will be known? As the first is all Norzelia, I mean, to be there when history is made. I wonder if I can, if I need to win this tourney, or I can lose it. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. What gift would best suit the union of you and Lord Frederica? It's an impossible choice. I don't know why I did that. Perhaps an audience with Lord Simon will spark inspiration. Dragon! This is it. This town is Start again. This town is prosperous, and its people have faith in their lord, and it's impressive achievement by my experience. You are too kind, Lord Dragan. My apologies, but you are... The apology should be mine. I'm Serenoa Wolffort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration, I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured, I shall be punctual in my arrival. Okay. So, I think I can end the exploration now. There's nothing else to do. Let's end it. The banquet will begin soon. Lord Dragan and I had best not arrive late. At the banquet?
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Now let's check out his profile. Oh, he looks dodgy. Very pale. After his father, Savarog, was all but relegated to life on the as Frosty Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies in the archive in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He is a young genius who discovered how to make explosives.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolffort.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
Oh, so he's checking out our surroundings, was he?
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzant's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
He knows. They're all using each other a bit.
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
The tension. Even the music's changed now.
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Why are you pushing it onto us?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt.
Everyone's getting off on the wrong foot.
And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter.
Can't please everyone.
However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Wolffort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally.
Simon knows how to talk. He knows how to divert it all away.
This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn.
He's just basically said, like, don't mess with us.
But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it, not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute.
So, Hyzant is like quite a religious state then.
But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Okay, we've got another side story here. You can't zoom out. Oh, that is a map zoom, okay. The children of the crown speak to their father, King Regan. Let's do the side story first.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Cordelia, the third child and only daughter of King Regna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. She is a young princess with a graceful air about her and prefers her kind-hearted brother Roland over the high-strung Franny. So Cordelia and Roland get on better. And from what I just read from Cordelia, their father don't really talk to them.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes, of course, brother.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolfforts and Minister Patria.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
Franny's gonna be a harsh king.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolffort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolffort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind.
Ah, this is what I mentioned earlier. He's gonna have like doubts for Lord House Wolffort.
Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
I think I'm gonna be more on Roland's side. I like him better.
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
So he's Sir Maxwell. Can we check out his
The pleasure
profile?
was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
Why is it still saying Masked Man? We know he's Sir Maxwell.
I take the field with House Wolffort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
So we can't check out their profile unless their name appears in the text.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
But he doesn't see him as a great father, I don't think.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
Right. Main story, the banquet ends without incident and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Dragan, however, has something on his mind.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
I think he's drunk. He's kind of slurring a little bit.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
No apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine.
So they're lower class.
Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives. that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the wars, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
Oh, we have to choose now. It is the first step towards true harmony among our three nations. I welcome it. It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that. It is impossible to understand each nation's motivations. I can't say whether this bodes well. Quite a hard one to choose. I think it's go between the first one and the second one. It will benefit all nations. Let's go with this one.
It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. I didn't know you had such a mercantile mind, Serenoa.
Coin drives the hearts of men and nations alike. I suspect all parties wouldn't be so eager to join hands if not for the promise of profit.
All about money.
And when we're all able to fill our coffers, perhaps we can finally let go of old grudges.
A sensible perspective. I didn't know you had such a practical mind. In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters.
He's got to tell us what he thinks now.
Let me tell you what I believe.
Yep.
I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be writ large for all to see! And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
He does really want to be at the top. Oh, too drunk.
Dragan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy. Perhaps I should just lie.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He is very passionate.
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little.
At least he speaks the truth, though. At least he speaks the truth. Not being, like, sly and backstabby.
Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and trueborn
Oh,
siblings.
yeah, there you go.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Oh, why are we at the cemetery?
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those.
Again. Not doing well.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend, long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
No side quests? Not side quests, side stories. The main story is Simon gathers the members of House Wolffort to announce his abdication.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward.
This music's quite triumphant.
I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simo.
I, my lord, our undying loyalty to House Wolffort.
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
So, does that mean that some party members can leave if I don't treat them well?
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolffort, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
The scales of convictions, eh? So I'm guessing that's the part of the triangle, forms a triangle. 3 corners.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you.
Ah, there's a heirloom.
However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
This is where I think we have to choose certain options, like which path to go down and which people to follow, or which people will follow us.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
Like the trumpets.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
For House Wolffort!
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolffort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolffort set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolffort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually.
Ah, the king, Regnar. Current king of Glenbrook, he is referred as the wise king who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. He launched a joint mining venture between the three nations as its coordinator.
What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
Gave me a scale and some coins.
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolffort. The crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, your majesty. I shall not disappoint.
What's happened?
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself?
Who is this Thalis? Archduke Gustadolf's younger brother, he was appointed Prime Minister at a young age and is the second most powerful man at Elsford. He doesn't look kind at all.
I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
Not very nice.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Oh yeah, they all don't get along.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister.
Erika, Archduke Gustadolf's younger sister, unlike her older brother, she judges others based on their lineage and greatly dislikes those not from her family's main line. Ooh, these two.
Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolffort?
Please, Erika.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolffort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
We'll get slapped soon.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Phallus and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
Abusing their powers.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
Smithy is now available at the encampment. Okay guys, I think I'll stop it here. It's quite a long one today. Lots of dialogue, plenty of dialogue to be honest. As I said, it's probably to set the backstory. We'll carry on next time in part 3 and we'll check out the smithy as well. Thank you for watching, see you next time. Bye bye.